Okay. Good morning again. Right. I go to MN147 first. Right. Not MM40, on the sheet one. On the sheet one. You see, now you see this line. You see this line. This is a recap. So the recap, this is from AN 5.75. So I just take one line from 5.75. This is at the fourth jhana. Fourth jhana. So this is Upansama Viharati. This is the fourth jhana. After the fourth jhana, in this sutta, it describe the the states of mind of a person who at the fourth jhana. Then what happened? Then what happened is here it says asavanang. Can you see? Kaya jnana. That means here, that means Chittang, and then this is the keyword. That means he says that the Buddha says in this sutta, direct, this is the word api ni nameti. Direct your mind, direct your mind for the knowledge of destruction of asava. That means when you got fourth jhana, you need to make use of the fourth jhana to go and destroy the asava. So after destroying the asava, then only you become an arahant. All the 10 fetters, whatever, gone. All will be destroyed. 10 fetters. So in this here, so this is the keyword. So this word you check in dictionary, you get incline or bend or direct. So this is Bhikkhu Bodhi say direct the mind to the destruction of asava. Now we go back to the uh, SN 12.23. 12.23 now. 12.23. So if you look at the, can you see ending of asava? So if you look at that, continue with this sutta, because if you read one portion of the sutta, you don't read the whole. Can you see here? Janato ahang bhikkhave pasato asavanang kayang. It's the same word. This is what that means. That means the Buddha, I say, the Buddha say, I say, I say. That means this is a subject. This is a subject and a verb, right? This is, can you see this is all object? No, this is all object. That means I say, okay, for the destruction of asava. Can you see that? Asava now, this is case 6. This is a subject. So this become the object. Like just now I explained to you, this combined become the object. Become the object. And then can you see this word janato and pasato? Okay. So if you take the word again, it's the same, plus a what. This one also plus what. So if you take so this is a secondary area, jata, okay, come from the word nya. The root is nya, to know. Okay, this is nya. Okay, so this one is come from the word this. Okay, so this is what case? Should be Bhagavato. Bhagavato is case 4. To the Bhagava. This is also case 4. This is also case 4. Case 4. That means, so if you look at it, you look at it. Okay, now you see the word. I give you the breakdown. So the word nya become jnana. So the verb form is janati. So this is to form this one. Jhana plus N. In this case, it's not taking this, it's taking NTA, NTA. So it becomes, okay, this plus this is dasana, or this become pasati or pasana. So two sets. And then pasanta. So in this case, can you see? For, this is for, for one who know. This is no. You can see a janati is no. You know the janati is no. Nya is to know. To know, So janati is a verb. This is knowledge. This is knowledge. Okay, knowledge. So janati. So this is a refer to a person. A person who know lah. In this case, you can put something like that lah. Knower lah. No problem. Short form. This is a knower. This is know. So the three form of Pali, this is a three form of the Pali that is constantly, which it comes from the same root. Knowledge, knows, and knowers. This is a person who knows knowledge. Three things, So this is how it goes, no? So that means of course, you say, uh, monks, I say, that is referred to the word. The ending of the sawa is for one who knows this word, lah. For one who knows and for one who see. So we combine know and see, lah. That means, so just now he said direct your mind to the destruction to the asava. So now this is answering your question. Like if early when you read the sutta, he asked, hey, how do I end defilement? So here he say, if you don't know, you cannot end one. No way you can end. So this is the sutta. All right. Any question up to this junction? We already discussed the Pali part, then we discussed the essence of it. All right. So this is the line. Then he asked the question. This is asking for one who know and see what. This is good already. See what. Because this is the question. You don't have to ask the question. You do it. Okay. Now, here, can you see here, iti rupang, iti rupasa. Now, can you see the word iti rupang? Iti is this. So the word this is form. So we have to put this is form. Correct. Is so this is form. If you're going to put such is form, no problem. It's a matter of how you use English. Such is form, no problem. Now, if you look at here, iti rupasa samudayo. This is a subject, and with samudaya. So that samudaya means origin, origination. Of course, this should be of form. So that means this is the origination of form. How you translate is depends on how good your English, the word you use. So here, so in this case, you can see such is form, such is origination of form. Good, fine enough. And then you can see this part. This is a subject. This is a subject. That means ending of. This is a case 6. This is subject. So the hoti is all the is hoti. All the is hoti. Sometimes you see hoti, sometimes you don't see. So such is the ending of the form. You see, so technically, if you apply what you learned, you get able to translate. Okay, now, so what is trying to say? For destruction of asava, technically, you should able to see form, origination of form, and ending of form. No, I mean you should able to see. You should see all this lah. All these are form, origination of form, ending of form. Can you see? Because the word here used is atangamo. So is gamo is going away. So that means technically the word is should be fading away. So fading away and ending is the same lah. Because what we use, and the word is antonym. Yeah. Origin and end. Origin and end. Because this is antonym in English. Normally they will use that word, but they are not going to use because this word is fading. Fading and origin is not antonym, But the translation here will give you the fading of form. It's more like fading of the form. When you do a vipassana meditation, when you look at the feet, you observe your breath in is the rising. That means there is the origination of form. That is what they call the body. That means what they call the breath is a body. It fall under the kaya. And then the end part when it rise after it fall is so the word fall have so many meaning. One is atangama, one is vaya. Vaya is faded. Vaya is another one. Sometimes it may not. Sometimes it may use another one is niroda cessation, but cessation cannot use until niroda niroda. Niroda will use it a different perspective after you will see. All right. So this is talking about origination, fading. These are the three terms we use to indicate and these three in Bali. All right.
Uh,
So
for this Atangama, like the Satipatthana one, Atangamaya, the what na? Dukkha Domanasa Atangamaya, the one.
yes,
Is it
atapi,
disappearing,
yeah.
disappearance of what pain and grief? Is it same?
For
This one.
Vinaya Loke, Abhija Domanasang. That means Abhija Domanasang. That means Vinaya means for the destruction of grief and mental pain. Domanasang.
Then the one the other four the sorrow lamentation for the
That
this
is
coming from sorrow and
continue lah, continue lah,
beginning
continue. So what it means? So this word sometimes the word
and
ending the word English word ending in Pali it will come in this form
oh.
ah atangamo vaya aniroda. This is the this the English word. These three Pali word use one English word ending. You
Mm-hmm.
take note of that. So how they translate, I also don't know because all right. So here it means that you still have to look into this is a fine aggregate, right? So fine aggregate is the key for the destruction to the asava. If you can practice the vipassana or do a reflection, you remember the day I talked about the MN147. In MN147 is a guided Buddha guide Rahula into to the liberation of the mind by using all the five aggregate and then based on the three themes dukkha, anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Dukkha, anicca, and anatta. So this is so if you cannot see dukkha, anicca, dukkha, anatta. So that's why you see it says janato and pasato. You need to see not with your physical eye, with your mental eye. Then only you can understand. One, you understand it. So that's why you have to look in this. This is too brief. You have to expand using another sutta to help you out. Because feeling is impermanent. So what is impermanent is dukkha. So dukkha plus impermanent, which is subjected to change, is called vipari dhamma, subject to change. So when these three things combine together, do you regard is etang mama? This is mine. Etang eso ahang eso ahang asmi. This I am. So this you. So that one is atta. So if you can read, you must remember the sutta. You must remember the sutta. So prior to remember the sutta, this is called. I think it should classify under vipassana. But of course, it did not label as vipassana. In sutta, it never label vipassana samatha. It's very seldom it labels, but you have to able to detect it because now we got so this part I think more or less you clear already. So after you clear, you see okay. Before you see this one is a bit long. So what you do is now can you see so here if you look into the here you see it says here okay here it start from here this part already, I say this knowledge of ending. The word here is upanisa. Okay, upanisa is translated by Bhikkhu Bodhi as proximate cause, translated by Venerable Sujato as vital condition. All right, let's look into the Pali and the Sanskrit. The Sanskrit is Upanishad. Upanishad means sitting near, but it doesn't take that meaning. So it takes this meaning. If I say precondition, you can understand precondition. So the word precondition, that means before a condition, you set a condition, you say precondition. And you say prerequisite. So the Pali will say is prerequisite. And you know what is prerequisite? Prerequisite, that means, for instance, during our days, we must pass our LCE lah. So if we don't pass our LCE, then we cannot go to Form 4 and Form 5. So that is called a prerequisite. So the precondition to go to Form 4 is LCE lah. So you say precondition and prerequisite, the word is Upanishad. That you can understand. Or perhaps you say, in order to go Form 6. So your precondition is school cert or MCE. You have to pass lah, grade 1 or something like that. Yeah, then that is precondition and prerequisite. So the things here, how you want to translate is up to you, because this is all synonym. Synonym means it has the same meaning. So proximate cause, vital condition, precondition, prerequisite is a synonym. It means the same. It means the same. All right. So that means he says that the ending of asava has a proximate cause. Proximate means close or near causes. The proximate or near causes. This is Abhidhamma always use proximate cause, because there are four of it. I don't go to not explain Abhidhamma. You learn Abhidhamma from your teacher, Sayagi. So it does not lack of vital condition. It says here, if you look at it, okay, this is a Pali only. Okay, can you see with this is Sa Upanisa with condition. Na Anupanisang with without not this is no not again this one an is not without can you see not without condition. This is what it means. So here it starts from destruction of knowledge of this. Can you see knowledge knowledge in destruction. But it never mentioned asava. I said knowledge in destruction. So what we do is, so we look, this is the top down, is then because we are talking about prerequisite or precondition. So it has to be top down. So it's from the top down, let me say for this one, knowledge first, and then only you talk, the next one is vimutti. So after vimutti, the precondition, or the, what you call it, proximate cause, it is dispassion, viraga, and then dipana. So we look into this chart a lot easier. See not from here. So that means we should start from here. Dukkha. Dukkha, that means dukkha. So the dukkha is, if you read in Digha Nikaya, I think Digha Nikaya 22, under the if I'm not mistaken, under the Dhammanupassana, there is one section talking about what is dukkha. So dukkha is defined as birth is dukkha, sickness is dukkha, aging, death is dukkha. So then it says getting what you want, not getting what you want, separation is dukkha. Indeed, the five aggregate of clinging is dukkha. So you have to understand from that aspect. So when you experience dukkha, then you see here now. This is what you call existential dissatisfaction, because the word suffering can mean dukkha. That means whatever you experience dukkha. So so in this sometimes dukkha is translated as pain, sometimes translated as dissatisfaction. sometimes translated as suffering. If you are talking in terms of our human life, we are talking about existential experience because we encounter up and down. That is dukkha lah. So because of this, that means the word sada definitely has this one is faith and confidence. So if you look at the word sada in here, I say sada here, you see here, I say read all this lah, because the word here, the sada, where the sada, can you see here? AN 5.15, let me go to 5. The power of sada is to be seen in stream entry, so this is one way. 515, okay. You see there is two set. One is Pancha Balani. Okay, one is Pancha Balani. There is one another set is called Pancha Indriya, the five faculty and the five power. So in this case, normally we know that this is a power, Bala, Sada, Viriya. Can you see? Can you see? That means the power of faith. Balang, power of Viriya, power of Sati, power of Samadhi, power of Panya. Okay, so this is so that means where this is very interesting because where should the power of faith be seen? I say in he answer you no in the four factor of a Sotapanna. Okay, the four, Sada, the four factor. That means Sada. You have the unshakable faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. It's already three. The other one is perfect sila. The perfect sila. So this type of sutta is very good because a lot of answer, whatever you want to ask is already been answered here. So, okay, the power of energy we seen in what here. You can see here all this thing out. So that means mindfulness. When we talk about sati, is refer back to the satipatthana. And then when he talks about samadhi, he's talking about the four absorption, that means four jhana. So this is a very good. And then when we talk about wisdom, it still fall back to fall over truth. So if any person that is learning a dhamma don't understand basic, it's very hard. You are going to attend this and attend that, you get confused, really confused one. So this is all the good answer for here. So then we go back to thing. So you see this part means this you see dukkha. This is top down. Because top down means the precondition for this is this. And that means this is called the what upanisa. Can you see upanisa is this one is for this dukkha. After dukkha, then is this one faith. Faith that means the faith has many level. One is normal lay devotees lah. Upasika, Upasaka, all the same faith lah. So haven't reached the Sotapanna, they still got faith. They still have faith. So here, if you look at here, this is you see a trust. So in this case, would you translate as a faith, confidence? It's better to use the word trust. Uh, So faith, people say blind faith. Confidence is already Sotapanna level. But the trust in the Buddha path, which means just now I told you there is a four noble truth. So this four noble truth. So when you have a trust in the Buddha, then here the word pamoja means, okay, that means, so here the word gladness is place or something like that. Pamoja is place of gladness. But it's a gentle joy from the faith. That means emotional uplift. Can you see? It's very hard to explain one, because this is not in jhana. This is like, joy, a gentle joy, not very emotional uplift. So the word, all these are, if we start from here, the word used is pachaya. You see, if you start like that down, this condition, this upachaya. But if you top down, that means it's top down. If from here upward, here to here is you use the word upanisa. Upanisa. So whether you use upanisa or the proximate cause, it's the same because it's up and down is the same. So the only thing is these are the few part that are a bit difficult to understand. This one you can understand. This one you were able to find it, like pity. Okay. So energize joy from a deepening practice. Pasadi, a calm of the body and the mind. So this you will find in Abhidhamma, Kaya Pasadi, Chitta Pasadi. This you can find Abhidhamma. Sutta also can. So if you are talking about sukha, technically the sukha it can mean comfort. It can be a deep sense of well-being. I mean, usually it's translated as happiness. It translates as happiness. The word samadhi, never mind. Samadhi, there are many translations. You can see, sometimes samadhi is a unified, sometimes it's a concentration, sometimes it's collected mind, sometimes it's called composure. Whatever terms you use, they are the same. Until you reach the level, you can describe which word you think is fit you. Up to the junction, we have to listen to whoever explain their terminology. So all this lead to this to this. If you just now one is a reverse down. Okay, so you see this is this enchantment. Okay, this enchantment means turning away from the samsara. Fed up already. So this one is you can see dasana, jnana. This is Buddha. The word Buddha, as it became, because yata is as Buddha is a PPP, as it became. As it became, if you translate this portion, you should put as they are. I know the Pali say it became something lah. It changed lah as they are lah. So that is how you translate. So all the time we say as they are or as it is. It depends on singular or plural. So here you should understand that it's talking the inside of the three characteristic impermanent, dukkha, and anatta. This is the part. If this part, so this part is exactly tally with anatta lakkhana. We're talking about the three characteristics anatta lakkhana. It's the same set given to Rahula. That means you need to get the insight. That means the moment this is talking, just I show you the fourth jhana. The fourth jhana is mine. That is how you direct to the destruction of Sava. So so this is this is basically is a vipassana. That means until such a time you get fourth jhana, then only something can happen. Before that, I think you got some insight, like you can reach Sotapanna, Sakadagami. That is the most you can do. So this is what I mean. So the meaning is somewhere here, somewhere here. It may not be exact, paraphrase. So nibida, means dispassion, turning away from sanra, fed up already. So dispassion, that means it's a fading of craving and attachment. You remember the last time, what is nibbana? The the sutta says, ending of raga, ending of the dosa is this is nibbana. So vimutti is a bit difficult here. I say freedom from mental defilement. That means the five hindrances, because there are two terms, ceto vimutti and panya vimutti. This part. Okay, if it takes ceto vimutti, that means ceto vimutti, the mind is free from five hindrances. If it's ceto vimutti, because this word vimutti is liberation. So if it's panya vimutti, that means you should be able to see this, inside. This is it. That means see the insight into impermanent and this one. So the two part of it has to be sort of joined together. So this one has to be like that. Apanya Vimutti. That means insights into this is five entrances. So this part, even you read this sutta, it's not so easy for you to understand. Huh? Right? Okay. So if you look at here, that means here, knowledge, this is jnana and dasana. So jnana and dasana should be knowing and seeing lah. Knowing and seeing lah. Knowing and see. This is the word. This is knowing and seeing. One jnana is not knowing ma. Dasana is seeing ma. See, knowing and seeing liberation. So it has to combine these two. So this one we will classify this as samato, samatha. So we will classify this as vipassana. So vipa, vipassana, one end. So we clarify samatha and vipassana through this sutta. So we don't have to argue, must do samatha first or vipassana first. All this settle all in this sutta. All right, any question? Question? See, okay, this is Pali, this is Pali. Eduka, Sada, Pamoja. This is a long A, okay. Pasadi. See, this is all the Pali. Same lah, all the Pali. So normally when we do a sutta, what you do, you put in a plot form, it's easy to read. So now this is not so messy anymore. So the more or less the meaning given. So now when you go to sutta, so all this is a precondition. So this part, can you see this part? Now you see this part, okay. At the 10, the 10, but you refer to here, I say, okay, let me take one of these. I also read for many days. After that, I relax. I also more or less forget. Let me take 10.5, 10.5 first. I highlight 10.5, then I can tell you what is the difference. 10.5. Okay, really. It's 10.5. Eh, no, 10.3. How can 10.3? Okay, 10.3. Hopefully. Same, this because this is, can you see the word? You can see this word. Here it says anisa or anisang. But you look at here, this word here. You see here, let me see, you see here, okay, Americans, this is called the unethical person who lacks of sila. So this sutta start from sila. Okay, okay.
bene. Kaya lang, Chinta Chui à. Thank you, Key. 一派過，ai có rồi xí.
Okay, here, so this sutta start with a person without sila lah. Can you see? The word here is dusila, without sila. And the one with, so the dusila name is a unethical person. Okay, here, name is you see is here. Okay, you see the word? Can you see this word? This word is hatu, hatta. Hatha is a PPP plus upaniso. This one is the same word like just now we use upaniso. This is it means a person who destroy a person who destroy the proximate cause or the vital condition. See, that means So this one, this sutta start with, that means if you have no sila, you already kill your, you already destroy your vital condition lah. Why? Because without sila, normally there is a regret. A person who has sila has no regret. So the only difference between that one and this one is start with sila and regret. Can you see the word the regret? That means remorse lah. Remorse. I think this one is the word is. Can you see the word? This is a bit long. This word is a bit long. Can you see? The word vipana here. This is avipatisara. Patisara. That means uh, per, uh, this one without regret. So take away the that means if you will regret. All right. So the only difference between the rest are all the same. All the same. Means here it start from. I mean this is talking about what? Yeah. So it's talking about if you have sila, sila will leads to what? Non-remorse. Instead of sada. So from here, from non-remorse, it will leads to joy. So the only difference between that one, this one, 10.3, this is 10.3. And 10.3, Okay, this one I believe is talking about Sutapana. So this one, that sutta should start from, this sutta should start for perhaps normal lay devotees lah. Lay devotees This is for lay devotees, sila and non-remorse. For sila, you got non-remorse. For non-remorse, it leads to here. And then all the way up lah, all the way up lah. So this is basically is a practice. So you need two sutta to tell you where to start. The only confusion is this part lah, this part. This is really clear by this. This is here. This is clear by here. Any question on this? All right. And basically, this one is a very long one. After this, you can see this is here number 11. You see number 2, number 12. The 12 here is, that means from dukkha, here is what? Rebirth. So that means the precondition is rebirth. The precondition of rebirth is what? Bhava. So this part is already looks like is a paticca samuppada. So this is a reverse order. Reverse order, a reverse order. If you look at the paticca here, can you see the paticca? Paticca here, can you see? These are SN12.20, Jati Pacaya Jara Maranang. Yeah. Can you see? This is 12. So the reverse order all the way lah. If you refers to this sutta, and okay, this sutta, you see, can you see not? Okay. So here, this is forward order. This is for Jati Pacaya Jara Malang. This is forward order. This is a reverse order. Reverse order, you will see something like that. Something like that. Can you see this is a reverse order? Okay, this is the reverse. Here, you see, what I want to tell you here is Jati Nirodha, Jara Marana Nirodho. What case is this one? Nirodha. I take it as case 5. Okay, so Nirodha means cessation of birth. Yes. So I will take as case 5. Case 5 that means this is not a plural. Case 5 means after the cessation of birth. Can you see this is a subject? This is a cessation of aging and birth. But however, normally it's not translated that. You will translate you won't after he never translate one. I never translate. Same for a lot of the time is like that one. So this is a reverse order. So it says, that means technically we say when the jati cease, jara maranang cease. Okay. When becoming cease from becoming cease, that means birth is cease. This is a reverse order. So the reverse order technically this is already a high level of because this is a high level of the Dhamma, you know, high level. I mean, most of the people can understand paticca forward manners, reverse manner, but in order to get into this, in order to get to these are the structure that we should start with. This is the structure we start to with until come to the point your mind are so clear. So when you reflect on this, you can understand. You can understand. You can understand. You see, I put here 12.1 like that, 12.2. So the word used here, whether the forward, the use is one is, can you see, pacaya? Pacaya means condition. Okay, condition. Then the other word used is nirodo. Nirodo means this is cessation. Okay. Then the other one used is upanisa. Upa, upanisa. It's double S, okay, upanisa. So that means this is talking about precondition. I use this word lah, but I think it's a lot easier to understand. Precondition, All right. Now, so what does a Buddha teach? At the end of the day, you summarize. Buddha teach causation lah. Technically, this is causation, Is it? This is technically causation, because Pacaya condition. This is because we are the condition. So now I'm going to give you the Pali one. Yeah. It must mean seperti hitam putih. Okay, this
Right.
yeah.
Upanisa, I think one S only.
Okay, naman.
Upanisa.
So technically, all this is talking about causation. So the Buddha talk a lot of causation lah. All right. So this one, these two are locative. This word come from as plus anta. So it become reverse. It becomes santa. This is PRP. So this is PRP. This is PRP. So that means this is so you put locative. When okay, this is PRP. So this here, this is a subject. This is a verb. When this exists. Okay. When this exists, can you see the idang huti? Idang means also this. This is. So this is this this is so normally when this exists, we will put that exists. So so that what happened? That so we take the word here exists. Can you see? So if you are talking about condition. This is not talking about condition. This is also a condition. That is right now is happening. When this exists, that exists. That means which means that when there is a birth, there is a death. I mean, so this is then there is a reverse of this. It must mean reverse. Let me finish this because at the end of the day, you have to understand the causation part. Asati. Asati and idang nehoti. You often come together when this exists, that exists. When that not exists, this when this not exists, let me copy it. Copy. Is then you can understand in a simple way. It's much simple. When this not exists, that see, idang no hoti, idang, that means that doesn't exist. That doesn't, doesn't exist. You see, so that means, so if you read all this through, you just summarize, you know that, okay, when I say you put here, when avijja exists, sankara exists. So this is what it is talking about. So that means there are four set of causation. Four set of causation you use. One of them is this, and three of these because this is talking a these are talking a precondition. This is talking about cessation. This is talking how it was conditioned. So at the end of the day, overall is what does Buddha talk? It's about causation. So the another word is causation. There has another name which I forget now. So what you want to know, you read through.
Nidana.
Yes, correct. Nidana. Causation is nidana. Nidana. I don't know whether got N or nidana. So causation. So causation is very important lah. It's important. But for us, the most important whether it say this is three life or one life. But if you read through here from this point until 2022, that means I mark here one. All the way, this is all prerequisite until this part, until here, this is prerequisite. This prerequisite. And then there is another set again. Another set again. Then another now one is forward order, one is so let's go into the sutta. I will show you the sutta. 12. Point 3. You see, this is 12. This is 12.4. So 12.4, apparently there is what this is also the past Buddha, no? Vipassi. Vipassi is a past Buddha. Is it past Buddha? Here is interesting, you see. Here is interesting. Here is interesting. Say, the world has fallen into trouble. It is born, is grow, old, die, pass away, and reborn. So technically, this is talking about here, dukkha. All the way here is dukkha, no? So reborn means it's jati lah. The word upajatati means arise. Arise. That means here arise. We are subjected to birth, aging, okay, sickness, decay, and then we pass away, and then reborn again. Now we are subject to that. So here is interesting. How to escape from this dukkha. Okay. Then he says, and then after that, then this is on the same like one of during the enlightenment. Then it reflects on the paticca. You see now. I reflects on the particha. So the same thing happened here, Okay. You see here, when what exists is there is the reverse. Can you see the word sati? This sati is not mindfulness. Just the one just now I repeat. It must mean sati. Idang hoti. So this is the one is talking about what. So this is another form of causation, but it is put in a different way. You see now, when what exists, is there a rebirth? Then you read the next line. When continuous existence exists, there is a rebirth. This is idang hoti lah. Can you see the word? This is idang hoti. Idang hoti, because idang is this. But now we got the subject. The subject is jati. Jati hoti lah. So jati is the subject. So this is one. So this is also a particha. This one, when you read, you can understand different way. So let's go back to 12.3. So that's after that you read yourself, like we cannot finish in 1 hour because
Maybe I found 12.10 clearer.
12, yeah, 12.10 clearer.
12.10 is much clearer than the other
Yeah.
ones.
So you have to read lah. But anyway, 12 point thing you see is up to this part.
12.10 is Gautama one.
Yeah. But it's the same lah. The meaning is the same. You can understand that. 12.3, where is it? Vipasi, so Vipasi. 12.10. It's a bit long here. You see. So, if you look at the other part here, can you see the ending part? I just take one of them. Avijja Nirodha. That means from the cessation of avijja, then cessation of sankara, then cessation of sankara. So they apparently they use they use the word when. They use like ablative, like they are locative ablative. When choice is, conscious cease. So this is the translation. So the word when is because if we look at it, the word nirodha can be a PPP, one PPP, one PPP. So this is how you do the translation. Okay. Any other thing that okay, if you so what happened is that if you take 10, you have to read through all the nidada, those section bit by bit to understand the ration about it lah. You see now? So here, see now? This part is always the same. You see here is Kim Pachaya. This is a long A. Long A. So long A. To me, I translate this long A as ablative. From what causes. Pachaya, I put as what causes or what condition. From lah. So in English, we don't have to say from what. We just say what is the condition. What is the condition? Because this is not plural. He also never put plural. No, because what from what condition is jara maranang. So this is jara maranang. Okay, the rest continue. You can read yourself. This is already. These are the whole thing lah. This is the whole thing. This is what it. This is the reverse. It's still reverse, because this is the reverse. This is condition, reverse. Then the other is forward. This is a forward. This is a forward. Then after that, it say this is the forward. This is a forward. Two part. One part is reverse. One part. This part is forward because here this is the one. Abhijja Pachaya Sankara. This is a forward. The top part is reverse. Can you see Sankara Pachaya Vijnana? This is a reverse. So one sutta got forward and reverse. But this is not talking about sensation. This is causing condition. The 12th condition. So the 12th condition, 12.23 is talking about the precondition. This is the precondition, that means the prerequisite of all the 22 link, not 12 link. This is 12 link, that is 22 link. Okay, we are done. Anything else you want to know? Let's go back to my spreadsheet. So you can take a multiple, you can read into this, you can read into this, you can read into all this. All this, it will give you an idea of what is all this sutta about. All this sutta about. But to me, at the end of the day, to me, I try to hit fourth jhana, but until today, I never succeed. Second jhana also, I think, had problem. First jhana, big question mark. Yes or no, I also not too sure. So this is something that you have to work for it.
I think you have to start with the joy. We cannot get joy. Joy is the beginning. I think joy, then you can get pity. Pity from there. I think once you have pity, it's quite easy already.
This section is a bit, the joy part. You see, in the sutta,
How to get pamojo is my target. How to get from pamojo.
sat, to get to this, you see, to get to this, number 9, there is two way lah. One is you start with sila, 10.3, sila. So with sila, there is no remorse. So when you see, there is a reflection of sila. You remember there is one meditation, reflection of the virtue of the reflection. There is one called reflection. Reflection of own virtue. You remember own virtue, sila. Okay, reflection on own virtue. So when we reflect on own virtue, I cannot remember which sutta reflect on virtue. So by reflecting on virtue, you are doing a meditation. After that, a non-remorse, that means you know that, there is no regret. When there is no regret, then Pamboja will arise. That is one meditation. Otherwise, there is another reflection of the devas. Okay, of the devas.
Is it Mahanama Sutta?
I cannot remember. After I cannot confirm.
Yeah,
So
I
reflect.
think it's Manamasta.
Okay. Okay. So reflect. So after reflection of the devas, because all the devas will normally have good sila. So
Get the lady out. Wait.
yeah, just 1 minute, no problem. So what happened is what happened is what happened you re- normally a devas will have good sila lah. In most cases lah, I say in most cases good sila. So when you reflect so you were able to get pamoja. So from pamoja, it has to be continuous during the reflection. It cannot do one day like that. After that you stop. Cannot. It has to be a sort of a stream lah, continuous. Because all this the sutta is talking about continuous stream. In one go lah. So I think that is my gift. I think that is my idea lah. But unless you are already a sotapanna, which is your faith is there, then you reflect on something else in order to go up lah. Otherwise you do your meditation until you hit jhanas lah. So there is no clear cut. Which one is the approach? There is too many approach in the sutta. That is the reason why we need Buddha to be around, customized for us lah. Otherwise, we don't know. We try lah. Okay, we are done.
Thank you, Brother Alfred.
Hard to explain. Actually, hard to explain.